We are in the middle of a dating and mating crisis. My question is, why? Is it because of social media? Is it because of the horrible advice that women are giving to each other? Or is it because they're gambling away their youth trying to find the best, the men with the most money? Is this what's actually going on? I need you guys to do me a favor. Comment your thoughts under this video. Now today I have a treat for you guys. This video clip is of a doctor, and this woman is giving us her professional opinion. This clip I got from TikTok, but it comes from Diary of a CEO. Huge YouTube channel. So with that being said, let's get to it. Wait. Before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal. Also, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here we go.
There are an increasingly large number of women who are just choosing not to get married and are choosing to stay single. There's a mating crisis going on. There are an increasingly large number of women who are just choosing not to get married and are choosing to stay single. There's a mating crisis going on, and that women who are becoming increasingly college educated and getting access to resources of their own, that they do continue to exhibit an increased preference for partners with resources. Women are what we call hypergamous, right? Which means that we like.
Now, why does she seem so happy about this crisis? Why does she sound so happy about women and them I'm let's continue.
We like to mate up in terms of achievement and educational attainment. And when you have a populace like we do in the US of women who are now on average more educated than men, it makes it more difficult to find a suitable partner. If you're a woman with an advanced degree and you want somebody who has at least as much education for you, that's going to lead to a more narrow pool of mates. And in fact, what we see is that there are an increasingly large number of women who are just choosing not to get married and are choosing to stay single.
I don't think just being a good man is enough.
Stay single. And in fact, there's a wonderful book called All the Single Ladies that is about the.
Once again, this lady is happy about women choosing to be single. Now, this is striking me as weird, but I'm learning a lot here, fellas. I'm learning a lot, and I hope you are too. Single Ladies, a book or a song by Beyonce or Sierra? Anyway, let's continue.
This very phenomenon, and women are increasingly choosing to opt out of long-term mating if they're not able to find the relationship that they want.
The relationship that women want actually doesn't exist. And the reason it doesn't exist is because they're still imagining that guy. They're still creating that guy in their mind. And how you know this is every time they go through something, that's when they
hear this, but cute boys are overrated. Find yourself a solid 7 that makes you laugh and beats the kitty up. You just won the jackpot.
Through something, that's when they say, I'm upping my standards. Meaning, wherever it was, she wants better than that. And guess what? The messed up part is they're looking to replace men who are not replaceable financially. Meaning there are guys who, once you leave them, there is no better. There is no more, right? Because women also want you to be attractive. Now, here's the thing that she's leaving out, conveniently leaving out in this professional opinion. They still want the man to be attractive. They still want him to dust her off. They are looking to have men beat it up, right? Like they still want that. But here's the thing. The men who are in that position is a very limited number, just like she said. But here's something, we all know this already. This is not new. So fellas, this is why I'm telling you, go ahead, get your life together, get your money up, and work on your spirit and your mind. Make sure that you're good in those areas, because if not, you will be confused. I thought something was wrong with me. I was like, man, I'm listening to certain guys speak and I'm like, dang, he's telling me that I could be possibly thinking with my little head, and or I'm thinking with my wood, right? Or I'm being led by my libido, when the actual truth is the women are literally not exclusive.
Meant to have in your rotation. No such thing as ideal number. The wrong, absolute wrong number would be 1. Okay, don't do that to yourself.
This is literally what she explained. Not exclusive, not loyal. Hypergamous basically means she's going to continue to monkey branch up. She's going to continue to try to deal with the men who has the most. Now, what's being left out is there's no love in this, fellas. There is no love in this. So when I continuously say, hey, adapt to what's going on and enjoy your turn, it's because the majority of women on this planet are not virgins. So I don't say that to be disrespectful. I say that because if you don't, you will be disrespected. Like Travis Hunter, this guy, Heisman ceremony, where he is winning a trophy that I don't know 100,000 athletes hoped or wished that they could get, and only this man got it. He also had an amazing game where he was the player of the game, and this woman is not celebrating. She's not his number one fan. I want y'all to think about that, because to me that is crazy, and I will be doing another video on that because he's lashing out at men, not understanding that he can't see what other men see. I was literally just having this conversation with my son, and I'm telling him, like, you know, the difference is I can see what you're about to experience because I've already been through it. So what I did was I gave him an example of him with his favorite cousin. His favorite cousin is about 3 to 4 years younger. And I said, well, look, you can tell him about the 8th grade, right? But he's not gonna understand it because he's not there yet. Once he gets there, then whatever you said will make sense because he's there. So that is the same thing that we're talking about. A lot of us are thinking, man, what was wrong with me? What was wrong with you? What was wrong with you was she was just looking for a new experience. That's what was wrong. The newness of the relationship wore off. This one goes to all the ladies out there, right? If you're a good woman and you're actually looking for love, then it is your time to shine. It is your time to stand up and show us who you are, because so many women, even the women that I would be listening to and be like, oh, okay, hey, this woman right here, hey, she understands men, or she understands what's going on. She's looking to make a change. She's looking to do something different. And then I hear her answer a different question and I'm like, oh, she really fooled me. Like, she really had me thinking she understood what is going on in the world. Then I had to realize, you know what? She's a woman. And because she's a woman, she relates to herself and what she's going through. What type of damage and trauma has she been through in her own life? Now, what we never hear is women taking responsibility or accountability for the decisions that they've made, because they didn't have to get into a relationship with the guy. They didn't have to respond to that DM. They didn't have to go on that date with the guy, and they definitely didn't have to open their legs to the guy. In fact, there are a lot of women who constantly ghost and flake on men because they simply are not interested, or he didn't provide enough attention. Or
in a happy relationship, there's only 4 things you need to do. 1, find a man who'll make you laugh. 2, find a man who's cultured and will explore this world with you. 3, find a guy who's intellectual and ambitious and will support your ambitions. 4, of course, find a guy who's honest, trustworthy, and respectful. But most importantly, more important than any of that, ladies, is that you make sure that these 4 guys don't know each other.
Attention, or the ability to show her how much money he was going to spend on her. But again, this ties all the way back in with what this woman was saying when she talked about hypergamy, right? Hypergamy basically means she ain't there for love. She's there, but she's going to be looking for your financial replacement. And as soon as the financial replacement comes, she's going. Now, it doesn't mean she'll leave you, right? What it means is she's going to give that guy a chance, or she's going to be happy at the chance that she's going to receive from that man, because she realizes this could be her step up. Now, When we're talking about stepping up and women raising their standards, the problem with them raising their standards is they raise the standards so high that there is no men up there. There is no one who exists there because this is a figment of their imagination. But for whatever reason, they cannot see that. They don't see that, okay, well, I made this mistake and this mistake. And so instead of correcting the mistakes that they've made or taking responsibility or accountability, what they do is they double down on it. All right, you know what? This time, you know, he made 75,000. You know what? This time he got to make 200,000. 200. They'll skip over 100, not realizing once you get to the top 5%, and I'm gonna just throw a number out there for you guys, right? 300,000 a year. Top 5%, that means 95% of the population is not making that. And are women really that good with money? If a woman puts herself in a great financial position, why does she have the money if she's not looking to help people out? If she's not looking to do things and pay for things, what is the purpose? What is the reason for her having the money? In fact, why is she still expecting you to pay for things? Because she's looking to use you. Think about what this woman said. She said that they're opting out of marriage. If women are opting out of marriage, it should be a clear indication that they want the ring and the ceremony, but not the marriage. So why would you go through the trouble of playing that game? That game is dead because they're not looking for marriage. So all the cheating and all of the exclusivity, that's something that men, we have in our mind because we think that we can have one woman to ourselves that's going to be exclusive and loyal and honest and truthful and devoted, when that's not what this woman is talking about. And she was happy and proud about it too. Again, that just threw me for a loop, but it made me say, fellas, get it together. Get your mind, get your body, get your finances, and get your spirit together. Because when you do that, you just have access to a better life. Life is better. Life is more fulfilling. I know for some men, they really need that woman because she's that battery in his back that helps him to keep going, and he can be motivated and inspired by her. And I would say, keep that motivation. Anything that keeps you motivated, keep that. Anything that helps you progress or move forward or evolve, keep that. For me, I call it competition, right? So if there's something that happens, right, I use it as competition to help me get up off my ass and move forward. That's just personally what I do, because I understand in order to be successful in this game, in this reality, on this planet, you have to be competitive. It's the only thing that doesn't keep you stagnant. It's the only thing that keeps you moving in the direction that you want to go, reaching heights that you didn't know was possible. Now, here we go again. You think that you gonna bring a woman through all of those struggles with you? She ain't looking to go through those struggles. She's looking to meet you at the finish line. So if she's looking to meet you at the finish line, this is where I tell you, adapt to what's going on. You are the guy who has to figure out how you want to live. You are the man who has to decide if you want one woman or 20, because if they're all looking for one man, guess what? They have to share, because there is no other way. They don't want the man that's broke. 95%. They don't want the 95%. They're fighting for the same 5 men. Now, here's the even more funny part to that. The men that they actually want don't even represent 1%. They want men that make $1 million plus. And again, it exists, but it's a fraction of a percent, not even 1%. So now we're talking about 99%, which means, is that something they're gonna run into? I would say if you have a less than 1% chance to live, would you still take that risk? I don't know, but I want you to let me know. Let me know what you think. Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video was done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.